Please, take a seat.
You tired of talking?
Just a little, yes.
Last one.
Last one. We'll be short.
Right?
No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, you guys are always
Be the
adding.
easiest one.
You guys are always adding to me.
Chris.
It's always the last one.
Yeah, always the last one, always
Yeah.
five more minutes.
With Jordan.
Are you getting more comfortable with it, or do you despise it? You like talking?
No, stay in the middle. I'll go over there.
It's getting a little easier, but then again, he's saying the same thing over and over again. So.
How is this, like, 135 for you? Like, I know you've been eating a lot this week, kind of up there. Like, how comfortably are you at that weight?
I'm a little more comfortable now since my last fight. It was 135, so I try to maintain that weight from that fight because we knew this fight was gonna happen.
Right.
So I feel a little. My body changed a little bit, packing up that weight, but it's still so much easier for me to drop the weight. I went to Puerto Rico for 2 weeks for a 2-week training camp, but I had to cut it short because I was sweating up and I lost like 4 or 5 pounds in one workout. So I had to cut it short, come back to New York, but I was able to bring one of my sparring partners, Jason Velez, to come down with me and give me sparring for 2 weeks.
How important was it for you to have that fight, that 135, the last fight, going to have that experience at 135 going to this one?
It was so I can know that I belong in that weight as well. I mean, I can be able to handle 135. You know, Miriam Gutierrez she's a great fighter, and she's a natural 135 pounder. I mean, I wouldn't say that because the fight, the night of the
I think she was
fight,
155
she was
and
160 pounds. She was
Yeah,
160 pounds, but it just showed that I was able to hang in there with a girl that weighs 160 pounds.
Do you fight any differently as you go up in weight? I mean, you have so many physical tools at different weight classes, but as you're at like 135 or even at 140 that time, do you fight differently going at the higher weights?
No. I mean, we train hard every fight that we have because that's what you do. That's what a professional, that's what a champion does. Train hard for every fight. You know, we just train smarter this fight, and I mean, no, it's just the same old training.
Do you feel your power carries at that weight? Like
It definitely does. I have a knockout at 135. I won the title at 135 with a 6-round knockout. So I have my power to the very end. And yeah, my power, if you saw Miriam's face, if you've seen the girl I fought at 140, I mean, my power comes along with me. It's natural power.
Do you expect her to stand and trade with you a lot, or do you expect her to be all on the move constantly?
Katie Taylor, she's Irish and she's a warrior as well. I think she's gonna try, maybe do spurts and try, but once she feels the power, she's probably gonna, try to hit me with 3 punches and then back up and move. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do, but like Mike Tyson says, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Yeah, I don't think she's never fought a girl with my true power, with my heart, and my aggression. I mean, yeah.
Is there a kind of fight you don't want to get into with her? Is there a certain...
No, I'm ready for anything. I have 44 fights. I've been a professional. I know how to, adjust in there. So I can box, I can brawl. I have IQ. I know how to cut off the ring. I know how to do everything that needs to be done to secure the victory.
Has your sister been any kind of resource for you as someone that's fought her for months before? Do you ask her anything?
No, she's just a great supporter, and she's always by my side, and she cooks me great meals.
So what do you think the headlines are going to read in the New York Times and New York Post Sunday morning? What will it say?
And the Serrano dethrones the Irish champion, and you. Undisputed champion. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Sunday more than Saturday.
Really?
Yes. I always look forward to the day after because I know all the hard work was put in and everything went well. The true winners come Saturday night is the sport of women's boxing. Is the fans. They're gonna see a great show. They're gonna see 2 women showcase skills, talent, heart. We both going in there with all our heart and soul, and she has Ireland, I have Puerto Rico behind me, Brooklyn, New York. It's just going to be an amazing night altogether.
You were a great fighter before Jake came into your life. What has he done for your career? What do you see as a
well, he's done a lot. I mean, he's done also the media part is something new to me and something that I'm just trying to get used to, but it's really, really hard for me. I'm not, I'm used to being behind the scenes, just training and fighting. But he definitely brought this this fight to where it's at right now. I mean, and I'm thankful for that because even Katie Taylor said, you know, it's just great.
This is a fight that most likely goes to the judges. Does anybody have any problem with the judges that were chosen for this fight?
No, it is what it is. You know, as long as the fans get to see, you know, you can do whatever you want, but you can't fool the fans. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we don't have like blind people in the audience. You know, at the end of the day, judges can say whatever they want, but you know, you can't persuade the fans into believing what, you know, the judges say. You know, a lot of judges are, you know, I mean, no disrespect to anybody, some are incompetent, some don't know what they're looking at, some have a favorite style, but truth be told, you know, we're here to perform, we want to do what we have to do, and, you know, it's their choice. We've been on the opposite side of a wrong decision. I firmly believe that Frida Wahlberg didn't beat us. You know, that fight's on YouTube. You know, a lot of people watch it, you read the comments, you know, people thought Amanda won. She got the decision, but, you know, at the end of the day, you're only a loser if you feel like a loser, if you can, you know, acknowledge the fact that you lost. And even in that case, if you were beaten by a better fighter, there is no loser. You know what I'm saying? Katie Taylor. See, for us, this isn't that there's no winning or losing. You know, at the end of the day, we're fighting the best female fighter out there. You know, so this is the biggest fight in female history. You know, so at the end of the day, you know, someone's got to win, someone's got to lose, and like I said, you know, as long as the fans, it's not going to determine, you know, it's not going to deviate the history of each fighter. You know what I'm saying? Amanda Serrano will walk out of there still a world champion at 126 pounds. Amanda Serrano will still be a 7-division world champion. Can't take that away from that. Katie Taylor will walk out as an Olympic champion. She'll walk out as an undisputed champion. So it's just a matter of, you know, opinions. You know, some fans, you know, believe that the outcome of this fight will determine, but at the end of the day, like I said, you know, we're on a first ballot going into the Hall of Fame, and I believe she is also. So, you know, this is for the fans.
Did you pick up anything useful working Cindy's corner that can be used in something like this?
No, you know, I don't use that as a reference because Cindy's such a different fighter. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, you know, there's no relevance there. You know, Cindy's a mover, and you know, she's not a come forward and a heavy puncher. So, you know, I couldn't use anything that Cindy did with Katie Taylor, with Amanda's different breed of fighters. So it's one of those things that, you know, I did pick up a little things. I thought that, you know, Katie, you know, could have cut off the ring on Cindy. So, you know, I mean, not anything with her in general as a great fighter, but I thought that maybe the ring IQ could be questioned. You know what I'm saying? You're a superstar. You're supposed to know this. You know, you're supposed to know how to cut the fight off. You shouldn't get frustrated. And there were a few times that I thought that she was a slight bit frustrated, you know, edging, you know, Cindy to come on and went on the ropes, and, you know, rightfully so. But it's your job, you know, to make sure that the opponent doesn't do that, you know. But like I said, what I say doesn't make sense, you know. It's what happened Saturday in the fight, you know what I'm saying? So this is just my opinion. And for this fight, you know, everybody's wondering what happened with Jordan. You know, I got a real rough deal in Cleveland, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I kind of like felt and admit myself that I kind of like stole a little bit of the spotlight from Amanda. You know, the fights, you know, the after fights, they were talking more about me than they were actually of Amanda. With the respect that I have for Katie Taylor and Amanda, I feel that, you know, this isn't about me, you know, so I stood away from the podium. I didn't want to say the wrong thing, you know. I wanted to make sure that, you know, they enjoy everything when this fight is over. My name shouldn't come up, you know. I had nothing to say, nothing to do. I made it so that, you know, I wouldn't make a mistake. So, you know, come Saturday night, win, lose, or draw, you know, the girls are going to get the credit, both of them.
Do you feel like as a trainer that you have is it a unique game plan to prepare for something, or is it just the things Amanda does really well, just do them all over again, or is there something specific?
Yeah, like Amanda said, you know, there comes a time in a fighter's life where, you know, like fighters have this thing, oh yeah, well, we train harder. You know, if you're going to admit to saying that, that means that you slacked off at some point. You know, we never train harder because we're always training hard. It's just a matter about being smarter. So, you know, the philosophy is, you know, train smarter, not harder. You know, we're still putting in the miles, we're still sparring, we're still doing everything we've done before. But this time we're tweaking little things that, you know, in the past, you know, needed to be corrected, you know, and hopefully on Saturday night everything is on cue. You know, like I said, it doesn't matter what I say, what Amanda Serrano says, what the audience says, what the fans say, what the critics say, what even Katie says. What happens is what happens that particular night. You know what I'm saying? Anything can go a different way, you know, and as we know, boxing is a theater of the unexpected. One punch changes the outcome of the whole entire fight. So we're gonna, you know, me personally myself, I'm gonna keep my opinions and my comments to myself. I'm just gonna say that come Saturday night, like Amanda said repeatedly, the fans are going to be the winner. You know what I'm saying? One thing's for sure. I don't know how the fight's going to go, but I'll tell you one thing, Amanda's here to die, to try to win the fight. I'm more than sure Katie, you know, she's Irish, she comes with that, she's coming to fight. And, you know, there's really no loser, no winner. The fans are going to win. This is definitely going to be a barn burner.
Is pressure important for you guys, like applying it, or? Yeah,
well, I mean, no pressure. You know, it depends, because pressure, you know, some pressure is good, but too much can work against you. You know what I'm saying? It has to be the right amount, and the only way to determine that is to see how the fight unfolds. You know, like I can't have a plan of, yo, we're gonna go out there and put pressure, and if it doesn't work well for me the first or second round, you know, I can't stick to that. So it's a variation of a few of the things that, you know, myself and Gary Stark have worked with, and, you know, we're gonna go out there ready to do any or all of it if we have to. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, pressure is just something that Amanda's known for. You know, she's a power puncher. Why shouldn't she try to make a big statement? But at the same time, you know, we have to be able to cut ring off. If Katie decides to move and box, we got to counter. You know what I'm saying? If we need to move and, you know, whatever we have to do, we're ready for it all.
Do you have an expectation of what she's going to do? Do you think she's going to move more? Do you think she's going to?
Well, you know, like I said, I believe that Katie's a warrior. You know, we've seen that before. You know, she's no walk in the park. You know, if you take it to her and she feels that she needs to fight back, she's gonna do it. But truth be told, you know, it's a different thing when you get hit by Amanda. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, you know, they say, oh yeah, Amanda hits hard, but you just don't know how hard she hits when you're in there with her. You know what I'm saying? So you might go in there saying, I'm going to go there toe to toe with her, and after you get hit with a few shots, then you're going to have to make the adjustment. So, you know, I believe that the fight is going to be fought on Katie Taylor's toes. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's going to stand there and go toe to toe with Amanda. We're ready to do that for 10 rounds. 20 rounds if we have to. 12 rounds. You know, we were doing 18 round sparring sessions, 13 round sparring sessions, and, you know, we're ready for that. That's what we've done. That's what Amanda did as an amateur. So that part of boxing is easy, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. No issues coming in physically, 100%. Feel good as you can possibly feel.
Yeah. Just a little acne.
Yeah, there's a stress, the stress of this media week.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
Appreciate it. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.